Alright, so the first exercise we got here is going to be the seated barbell press. Obviously what differs from the standard overhead press is, of course, you're going to be seated. So it's going to take away a lot of that extra core work. It's going to be a little bit more stable as far as the positioning goes of the body, but it's still going to take a lot of that shoulder stabilization. So going a little bit heavier on this one, and yeah, 4 sets, and we're going to pyramid up in weight and down in reps. First set starting with 10 reps, and then it's going to go to 8, then 8, and then all the way down to 6 reps. So we're going to try to go as heavy as we can while keeping that good form.
All right, here we go. So we busted out the seated barbell press. We're moving right on to our superset of the day, which is going to be upright rows supersetted with reverse upright rows. Now this is obviously going to be easy because once you finish with those first 10 reps on upright rows, you're just going to put that bar right behind you and you're going to go right into the 10 reps of reverse upright rows. Now with reverse upright rows, you're not going to quite have the range of motion just due to the placement, and in fact you're just going to want to lean forward just a little bit because hey, you got that ass, you got it clear. The bigger the ass, the more clearance you're gonna need, so the more you're just gonna need to pop those hips forward a little bit. Other than that, you're good to go. Let's bust these bad boys out.
All right, so the reverse upright rows, we're working in shoulder extension here. So what you're doing is, this is gonna be flexion of the shoulder. Of course, it's gonna be the opposite, and the shoulder, bringing it backward. It's gonna be the extension. So when you're bringing that elbow in the reverse upright row, when you bring that elbow back, it's gonna be using that shoulder extension as well as the flexion in the elbow joint here, so it does make it a compound in that sense. But it's really to help isolate the posterior delts, and as well as hitting those traps a little bit in the biceps with the pull. You want to make sure you push your hips forward, get them out of the way. You don't want to overextend though. You want to keep it nice and tight in the core, and then just bring it straight up as far as you can. Get a little squeeze at the top, and then slowly let it down to the bottom position. Of course, the upright row was going to be first before that. And that's pretty easy. You just want to keep that bar in a vertical sense right next to your body. You don't want to bring it up or out. Keeping that vertical sense. You can widen your grip. If you're feeling any kind of impingement in the shoulder and you're taking that real close grip, it's going to increase the impingement because you're closing that gap in that shoulder joint. A little wider grip, lead with the elbows. Just take the upper arm to about parallel to the floor and then bring it back down. It's going to help with any of that pain that a lot of people might have.
Feeling that burn. 1 set left to go. Doubling up those rows really gets to you. It feels good though. It feels really good. Oh, exactly. Yeah, because there's one on like 20. We're gonna have a serious talk with him about that after the video. We did try this kid.
Breathe, man, breathe. Feeling good though. Get the anterior, get the posterior, hitting all heads, all ankles. That's why they call them 3D delts. 3 heads to the deltoids, 3D. Not only is it a great shoulder exercise, it's a good exercise for mobility as well. So you want some shoulder mobility if you want to get a good drill in there before doing any upper body work. Incorporate some of these around the worlds in there. Really helps loosen you up, get the retraction in there, make sure you're getting that full motion in the shoulders. You're gonna all the way around the head to get the full benefit there. Keep that core tight, legs stable. Keep it right in that shoulder, passing through, right in the crack with a space between your lower and upper arm. You bring that weight behind you, you pass your head through, rotate around, come back through the other way. 10 reps one way, doing rotations either the right or the left, starting out, and then switching up to the next side for 10 more rotations, so 20 reps total. Really get that burn in there. It's that time under tension, that constant motion. Rotation, 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 10 reps, right back the other way. So that shoulder's really having to stabilize that movement through that full 20 reps. Start feeling that burn, and that's when you gotta push through. Make sure you choose a weight that's right for you. Make sure you're comfortable doing this movement. If it's a little too heavy, you're gonna try to compensate. So once you start feeling yourself trying to compensate your form breaking, just drop down to a lighter weight. Be safe with these. Because it's not necessarily about how much weight you do on these, it's more about the motion, the mobility, the movement, and keeping that tension in the shoulders. Not bringing it up like you're trying to press it over your head. We'll keep that fluid motion and movement in the shoulder joint and a little bit in the wrist and elbow too.
What is he doing?
He's on this great new device called Periscope, a new app, live streaming. There are actually people watching our workout live right now. Who would have guessed it? People actually want to tune in to see two sweaty, hairy dudes grunting, groaning, and get it done. This is a fitness channel. That's what we're doing.
Back, man. Yeah, I mean,
Here we go.
If you're going for
Lateral raises. It's going to be 3 sets, 10 reps. What you're going to want to do on this exercise is lead with the elbows. So, see a lot of people. First of all, choose a weight that feels right for you, because if it goes too heavy, you're going to start to cheat. You're going to start to swing with the hands. Don't lead with the hands. You're going to want to lead with the elbows. So just think of it. This is the motion. It's not this. You're not flaring those hands out. So lead with the elbows. Just want to bring it up laterally to the floor, and then bring it right back down to the bottom position. Smooth and steady. It's the name of the game.
Get it.
favorite beer. You know, we grew up in Oregon, of course, so the Shoots Brewery is one of our favorites. Black Porter. Don't love that. That's a good one. Try to have something. How to hit on a girl in the gym.
Is that a question?
Damn right, it's a question. Just got done with the lateral raises, of course. Trying to target and isolate the lateral head of the deltoid here, or the shoulder. So now we're moving on to the reverse cable fly. So of course, cable fly is adducting inward this way. So of course, we're gonna do the opposite motion. Where now we're trying to isolate the posterior head of the deltoid. So we're gonna take these, you're gonna cross, I'm gonna step slightly back, and just bring them right horizontally or parallel to the floor there. Keep that nice line. What you don't wanna do is bring it in and extend the elbow as you're pulling the shoulders away from you. So don't extend, keep those arms straight and stable, and then just pull it straight back through that deltoid, through that posterior deltoid. So we're gonna find a right weight here. The difficult part about this is it can be quite a bit heavier than normal, at least it can feel a lot heavier because of the posterior delt, and this doesn't really get a lot of isolated work. So take it a little bit lighter, make sure you get that proper form, and really try to feel that burn right in that rear deltoid there. But yeah, I don't really need to lateral raise. You can either do bilateral, meaning raise them both at the same time. You can do a cable lateral, either in front or behind your back. You can do, so there's a lot of variations you can do. Right? Oh yeah. We're mugging up for 2 cameras. Look at that. That was the 3rd set. That wraps up the deltoid training for today. Felt a damn good workout. You know, we were periscoping today, getting a live feed, kind of making, having people follow along our workout firsthand, answering some questions. In the meantime, getting a good workout in, trying to hit all these exercises, going over some proper form, and keeping that heart rate up. So, we're gonna slowly rotate. So we have Hudson in the background here. So this wraps up the shoulder exercise for today. What is that? Day 4 of phase 3. God damn, we're already on day 4. So we're gonna sign off here, me and Hudson. And
Periscope.
like
this
we
was
always,
by far the most intense workout we've ever had because it was mental.
Exactly, yeah. Thanks. And as we always say, stay buff. Stay buff.